Yeah, and I mean, I haven't really shared this with anybody, but like I've been down some deep dark roads where I've gone through therapy. I felt like everyone had their own opinion of me, but nobody really knew like what I was going through.
I don't know what it is. It's a pride thing. We always try to handle stuff ourselves, and I'm guilty of it to this day. But let me ask you this: like, what sparked everything?
I sat through the whole event, and boom. Like the event, 8 hours, 2 days. I sat through it. I was taking notes, because the shit that they were saying, I was like, bro, this is like, I've never heard this shit before. The moment my life changed was on the plane ride back. I started listening to Napoleon Hill. I was writing down. I was like, all right, when I get home, I'm about to do all this shit.
We just want the money and the power. You could find it.
Whoa! QMO in the house.
Still not used to that.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the QMO Podcast. I'm Montae. I got the
Leonidas Barbarelli, a.k.a. I got a million nicknames, but how y'all doing? QMO in the house.
weak chest.
What up? It's Liv B in the house, and I also got a special guest with me, Sip Tail. My brother Paul and Bryce. This is a 10% alcoholic cocktail in a can, and it's the first black, one of its kind, like black owned. So we want to celebrate that Black History Month. You feel me? You feel me? So we're gonna crack some open.
We support that for sure.
Can you
support it
pour
for
it
sure.
in the QMO glass?
No, I can't do nothing for you. I want to get this. I want to get this on the crispness of the can.
Like on a commercial. There it is. Yeah.
I like
I'm gonna try
cinnamon.
this and then I'll pour you yours.
There it
Strawberry
is.
margarita. Get yours now on the shelves in the stores.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna get up and pour yours.
I'm gonna have that for my clients when I'm pushing them in the limo sprinter
You gonna
van.
mix it with the tequila?
You know I'm gonna mix that with vodka. You know that's happening.
Let's do it right here, man.
Or tequila.
Nah, you something else, man. How you been though, bro?
Man, you know what, man? I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. Talked to grandma today. I've been raised with my grandmama, man. Had a real good conversation with her today, man. She always give me energy, man, when I talk to her. So
Yeah.
I'm good, bro. How you doing?
Checked in. No, I'm good, man. One of them days, a long day, but it was a good day. Long week.
We here.
But, we got a special guest, man. I'm excited to. I actually been trying to get bro on for a minute. He be busy, man. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like we have so much going on. We're adulting, you know.
Adulting.
But we did go to his event. What do you think of his event though?
Oh, it was fire, man.
dope,
The whole
huh?
setup, man, and then all the people we met, man. Just good people.
Ah, definitely.
Ain't nothing
definitely.
like being in a room with good energy, man.
Yeah.
What do you think of boredom? Boredom kills. Like when somebody like. I don't know where I was going with that. What do you think of boredom kills?
The clothes.
Just the name itself.
You know what? When you see the clothes, it don't matter. It don't matter what you think.
Yeah.
The clothes are fire, bro. And we talking about him doing stuff for the big guys. You know what I'm saying? I got to support my big homies out there.
Nah, definitely. But nah, man, without further ado, man, let's give it up to Big Faads, man. Appreciate you,
Sir.
sir. Thank you.
What up?
What's happening, man?
What's up,
Pleasure you guys having me on here, man. I know it's been a long time coming. We were supposed to do this a long time ago, but hey, I'm in the city now.
Hey,
we
here.
making shit happen. That's what it's about.
Hell yeah. How you been, man?
I've been good, man. Real quick, I just want to shout out. Shout out my boy. Hey, I gotta do a double shout out. This is my best friend. I don't know if y'all know. This is my best friend, bro. So shout out Sip Tail.
That's
You know what
dope.
I'm saying? These guys right here, these brothers are amazing. I love them to death, and I do anything for them. So shout out Sip Tail. The red joint, my favorite. So you know what's going on.
Hey, that's
really good.
That's pretty damn good too.
Strawberry
Actually,
margarita.
Yeah, nah, this is
that's really damn good.
Did y'all want some of this?
Yeah.
Mar, you want some? Okay. You want to just hand him a can? He's a give him a
Straight
can.
out the can.
They kind of warm, G. So you might want to.
Get some ice.
Yeah.
Oh, we need more.
And then knowing me, I'm gonna mix that with this drink that's sitting right here.
Nah, this
Wow.
smooth though.
That's so wild.
What?
He got like cognac, vodka, so much shit going on in there.
Yeah, man.
He like
if you have any more, could you pour a little more in there too, as well? I like to say
this part. We still recording. This is all part of the set, bro. But how you been though, man? Like, how do you feel like from a mental standpoint, from like on a scale of 1 to 10?
I think we were just talking about it before, and I think like I'm in the best place I've ever been in my life. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially, just everything is clicking right now. And I think like 10 out of 10, like that's just what it is. I feel like rather than chasing anything in life, I feel like I'm just attracting it right now.
That's dope.
So how do you balance out that? You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to get into your story from the trading, Talk That Talk podcast, branding, content creating. But how are you able to balance all that out? Because when you're dealing with so many different avenues, like eventually it take a toll on you on the mental side. So how are you able to stay stable and like the people you have around you for that?
I think the people you have around you is the key. You know, you always hear that shit where it's like, oh, you are the 5 people that you hang around with.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so corny and cheesy, but it's so true. Like, you know, like the people you hang out with, the people you live every single day and you talk to, like that's the type of energy that goes towards you. And so like, if you around like people who ain't got nothing going for them or who just talk negative and just shit like that, like it kind of like consumes you without you even wanting to be consumed at the end of the day. So
For sure.
I always just keep myself around positive energy. I always keep myself around people who like are doing income producing activities. I think that was key for me. And then I just balance within like being able to do some personal development in the morning, being able to wake up, hit the gym, like being able to just do certain things that make me feel better as a person, because whether it's the gym or whether it's a podcast I'm listening to, it's all like mental health or it's physical health. So it's like it starts with that, it starts with your day, and then just meditating, praying, making sure you're good, and then
I think you touched on a good point. Sometimes you have to make that difficult decision to cut people out of your life, especially if their values aren't aligning or, you know, you aren't the same person that you used to be. So sometimes when you grow up, you learn a little bit more and you have to lose those friends. So have you had to kind of step back from some old friendships and things like that, or?
I have. So like, you always hear the term like you gotta separate in order to elevate. And so when I first started like the entrepreneur journey, it was more of the fact that like I knew that not everyone was gonna go with me. Not everyone was going to support what I did, whether it comes to friends or family. Like family is a big deal in it too. It's not just friends.
Right.
And so I knew everyone wasn't gonna support it. So it's just mainly of like, okay, you know what? Like I make the decision for myself. Whoever's gonna support it's gonna support it. But at the end of the day, whether you support it or not, I'm going to do it. And so that was the mentality I kind of had. And like, you know, friends drifted off and I made new friends. And at the end of the day, I feel like right now in my life, like even the old friends that I had, they came back into my life. When I feel like I've gotten to that level of like, okay, nobody can drag me down back to the level I was at. I feel like my old friends, I let them come back. And I wouldn't say I let them come back to my life. I would say like
They joined you.
They joined me. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like inspired or motivated to be like, okay, you know what? There is something we could do out this city, out of this state, whatever it is.
You know what's crazy? So like organically, whenever you get focused on something, somebody gonna fade away. But you like the fact that they came back. Sometimes it take for you to take those steps, and then cats is like, yo, he can like this can happen, and now you energize them. So that's that leader. That's that leader taking the lead, man. So, but let me ask you this: like, when did you like? Were you ever at a time in the middle of where this growth was going, and you had to stop and like, you know what I'm saying? Kind of. Did you ever stop and see it happening? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most definitely. I'm big into like manifestation and like I used to have like a check on my wall, like $1 million. And I was just like, bruh.
That's sick.
Like it was a huge ass check. And it was just like as big as this poster right here. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna take this shit off the wall once I hit that. And like, I feel like when I hit it, and I was able to like rip that off the wall, I was like, damn, bro, like it wasn't like I'm doing it for somebody else. I did it for me. Like And then I accomplished it, and I was like, damn, like, you sit there, you look at life, and you're like, damn, I love my life. Like not just because financially, because I did it in a state of mind where I was, like, content with everything going on. And so when I would say, like, it would be back in, like, 2023 when I was just really content with everything and everything was just flowing. And yeah, it just kind of just, like, that's when I realized, oh yeah, shit's about to get serious.
I'm glad you said that, because just because you have, right, that $1 million, if you're not mentally or spiritually, like, in check, I feel like the money doesn't even matter. Like,
Absolutely
you can make all
not.
the money in the world, but if you're not mentally there or stable, it could drag you down. So that's good that you were content in all places.
Yeah, and I mean, I haven't really shared this with anybody, but, like, I've been down some deep dark roads where I've gone through therapy. Like, I did therapy session every single week because I was going through it mentally, and I didn't want to share it with nobody because when you share shit to your friends or your family, they kind of like, bro, stop playing, like, you know what I'm saying? But like, you really need somebody to talk to. Like, that's what I was going through. And I felt like everyone had their own opinion of me, but nobody really knew, like, what I was going through. And I felt like the only way I could get help was if someone who had no opinion of me at all and that can give me great feedback. And I feel like that helped me drastically. And once I came out of therapy and once I was able to just, like, okay, you know what? I feel a lot better just in my skin. I was able to take off.
See, and that's one of the things we don't do. Like, we try to, I don't know what it is. It's a pride thing. We always try to handle stuff ourselves. And I'm guilty of it to this day. Always try to handle stuff by ourselves when we got people in place that'll give us the information or yell at you or whatever it takes to get you moving. But let me ask you this, like, what sparked everything? Like, what made you, you know what I'm saying? My bad if I am, but what sparked everything? What got everything started? Like, if you had to say, it was one day you went outside and, whatever, you know what I'm saying? What sparked
It would
everything?
be like, I was in this trading company, like 2020, maybe 2019. And they used to do, like, conventions, and, like, a bunch of entrepreneurs would go and speak and shit like that. And I was, like, a part of this academy, and they had literally, it was like, bro, you need to come out to Atlanta. We're doing, like, this huge event. There's going to be thousands of people there. Like, you know what I'm saying? This will be good for your future. And I'm like, bro, come on. Like, I'm still working 8 to 5. I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm behind a computer. I'm talking on a headset. Like, I'm like, bro, ain't shit going to help me. Boom, I go to the event. Like, I didn't have no money in my bank account. I'm talking about the dude who invited me bought my ticket. I got flown out.
Hey, shout out to that dude though. Shout out to that dude.
We all need that friend.
Boom, right? I went out there and I just seen it, bro. Like, I seen the entrepreneurship. I seen people who look like me, talk like me, walk like me, making money. And I was just like, damn, what the hell? Like, shit real. And so, like, I sat through the whole event, and boom, like, the event 8 hours, 2 days. And I sat through it. I was taking notes, because the shit that they were saying, I was like, bro, this is like, I've never heard this shit before. Like, I've always been school. So once I finally heard some entrepreneur shit, I was like, oh, wow, like, this is different. And then the moment my life changed was on the plane ride back. I started listening to Napoleon Hill. I was writing down. I was like, all right, when I get home, I'm about to do all this shit. And then when I got to the crib, when I got back to the crib, like, I was trying to bring all my friends into the living room. Yo, this is what the fuck we on now. Like, this is what we doing. Boom. None of them was on board. None of them was on board. Like, they was all like, yeah, like, let's do it. Da-da-da. And then as days go on, da-da-da-da.
It dies down.
Yeah. So I was just like, I kind of stuck with it though. And ever since then, it was just like, obviously that was just the lower part, but then it just kind of just exhaled slowly. Life just kept getting better. And then yeah, I just got to where I am today.
You built that
That's dope.
foundation,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and you didn't give up, and you actually put like you took notes and stuff, but you actually followed the notes and you followed through with it. So good for you. Big props.
No, what I like the most, man, is what you mentioned about therapy, because I know both men and women, we all have our own differences that we deal with. You know, growing up, everybody is raised differently. But you said something that a lot of people is afraid to do, like just getting help and like being able to talk to people about it. Because imagine if you didn't like take that step to like deal with your mental, because not taking that step will prevent you from getting to like where you are now. So I got to give you props for even going across that hurdle, because like, man, shit, life be lifing, bro. Adulting, I mean, you know, you got to talk about it, bro. Don't be afraid to, you know, let it off your chest, man. Me and the big homie Sleeves, we have conversations about it all the time, man. So me and him, it's a 10 to 15 age gap, right?
Yep.
No, I wasn't trying to be funny. I was being serious.
I'm just gonna agree with you because I don't care.
Yeah, no, I was because you was about to laugh, bro. It's like a 10. I'm being serious, though. But like we, you know, he lived my life basically. So there's a lot of times like I go to him about, bro, like about we had a situation last weekend. You know, I hit him up about some shit, and we was like, we have our disagreements and shit. So you need people like that, man. So I gotta give you props on that for sure.
I appreciate it. And back to what you said, like, it just came off my mind. I was just about to say it. It's on the tip of my tongue.
What sparked it, or the fact that your friends finally came with you, or my bad, I'm throwing other stuff.
Nah, you good.
Yeah,
You
they threw
good.
the
I don't
nigga
know, but I do appreciate that. I mean, I think men specifically don't like to share their emotions, and they like to keep shit in, and not really talk to anybody about it. And I feel like once you, like, I believe in mentors and shit. Like, like, you know, like I got a big bro, like I got a mentor. Like, once I found a mentor in life, he kind of put me through like challenges and put me through the steps and taught me everything that I've been through. And like, he helped me get to where I'm at now. You know, shout out Matt. Yeah.
No, that's real, man. I praise him for that, man. Because like I told him, I said, bro, you got to jump. I was like, if we had to do like I always tell him, like I lived your life a little bit, but it was different. You know what I'm saying? Because we play sports and dealing with dating and all of that type of stuff. So I can hit some things that are spot on that he going through. And we may not agree with it, but he know it's coming from the right place. But as far as like the men, I never took advantages. Like I was blessed to have the friends that I have, because I got some dope friends, man, and they've been my friends since 13. They still roll, and I can hit them up and talk to them about life. You know what I'm saying? But like that's one of the things I wish I would have did. I wish I would have straight up went out and looked for mentors that'll help me in financially, that'll help me with these different categories. You know what I'm saying? Because you can go to different cats for different things, or you know what I'm saying, or go to all of them and get the best answer. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah.
I think we all need a reminder that as men and women, we need people. We're humans. So humans were made not to be alone. We were made to kind of need people. So don't be afraid to ask for help, whether it's your friend, whether it's a mentor, you know, seek that help, talk to someone. If you're struggling, make sure you talk to someone. Don't hold that in. I just wanted to talk to our family real quick.
100%.
So I want to go down the timeline. So we're gonna go from childhood, right?
Yep.
And then we'll work our way to the content and all that. So when you think of, because I know you're big on family, we have a lot of mutual friends. They all speak highly of you. But when you think of family, what comes to mind? And like, how close were you guys?
Family is more than just like blood. I feel like family is someone who reciprocates the same energy that you give to them. Someone who loves you like you love them, or, you know, someone who doesn't cause you to look backwards when the goal is to move forward. So if you could do that, I feel like you're considered family. And so I have a lot of family, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And so family goes from brother, sister, dad, mom, and then all the way to like all the friends that I got, bro. Like, just like you had said, like, your homie, you've been homies since 13. You got homies that you've had since 13. Like, I've had homies since I've had freshman year high school. So like for instance, Bryce, he like freshman year of high school, we had linked up and we've been cool ever since. And like that's my like go-to person. You know, you always got that go-to person. That's like my go-to person if I ever like need anything. Boom, he's considered family, and I feel like blood don't even make us closer than that. But I'm just big on family, and so even with my parents, like I always come back, and I need to come visit. Like I feel like me living in Atlanta and them living in Arizona, it just kind of like doesn't sit right with me because I'm like, damn, bro, like I gotta come back and visit my dad not doing too well. So it's like I gotta make sure that I keep seeing him. And so I just think like family is a big part of just everyday lifestyle.
Definitely.
For sure. I like that you said it's not just your mom, dad, brother, sister, but it's those friends that rock with you when you're down or when you're up, like no matter what. And that person that you can go to, right? What if you don't have a counselor? Having that best friend that you know won't judge you or won't, you know, say anything, not necessarily too mean, but they'll still give you like some constructive criticism or be like, hey man, like I need you to kind of shape up or fix what you're doing because it's just dragging you down. So, but also to uplift you, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I feel like, you know, even when it comes down to like your partner too, like
It's huge.
your partner, like family, like she's my best friend. I got a girl. She's like my best friend. Like to where we say we tell each other everything. Like, and we ain't got to hide nothing. We ain't got to do none of that. It's just more of it's so authentic. It's so real. To where it's like I look at some of these relationships that are going on in the world. I'm just like, bro, how the fuck, or like how could you even go through that and certain things like that? Because it's like that's like she's my other best friend, and like you know, and that's somebody I can go to as well. And her, I would say she gives the best advice I've ever received. And I 100% respect whatever she says because I believe that she has said it with thought. And she's thinking of me first whenever I ask about something.
I love that.
No, that's dope. That's
Give
dope.
that, yeah, I'm glad they were able to hear that because
Why are you looking at me like that? She's talking about it, man.
once you find that person that could be your best friend, I think that's so important in relationships, not to just jump into any relationship with someone because you find them attractive or because you like what they're doing with their life. Like it's important to have that foundation, right? That friendship before you start. anything.
She was looking,
I feel like
she looking at you, bro.
I feel like, well, even just adding on to that, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting older, and it's like I don't want to date to have fun no more. Like I'm dating, like I want to have a kid. I want to marry. I want to live my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to. I see all these like Beyonce and Jay-Z, like they power couple. Like
sure.
you know what I'm saying? You could always do better with two. So it's.
Man who finds a wife finds a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, put that glass down. put that glass down. Say that again, Martin.
Said he who finds a good wife finds a good
Favor,
and a
favor in the Lord.
Amen.
Amen.
I agree. I
Martin,
totally
thank
agree,
you.
man.
Amen. We
That's-
actually talked about this last episode about relationships.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yep.
So I mean, what? Oh my bad, homie.
No, I was just gonna say I agree with it, man. My perfect example was my grandparents, man. Like she was his steroids, man. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever he wanted to do, she, you know what I'm saying? She had his back, you know. And my brother the same way. You know, shouts out to Eric James. You know what I'm saying? Iron Forge Fitness. He the same way, man. He got his wife, man. Both of them are educators. My sister Maria, she like whenever he's in a fitness real tough, and whenever he does a competition, she's preparing his meals and stuff for him. How you gonna lose?
Yeah.
How you gonna lose when you come to the crib and she giving you props, good job, and you know what I'm saying? The person that you care about the most got your food prepped ready for you. Like it's time for you to get ready and go, all that. So you can't lose. So congratulations on finding that, bro.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
We talked about relationships on our last episode. I don't want to get too off track, but I mean, when it comes to dating, obviously this dating generation sucks. So congratulations to not being in that dating pool.
Hey,
But
for real.
I'm sorry for y'all.
nah, don't be sorry for me. I'm good. I'm cool. I think I found.
Okay.
I think I found.
Okay.
Hey, I'm all right. I'm good. I ain't
So
all
you
right.
better like tie it down.
Right, all right.
We can stop. You can stop. Hey, hey, take that glass from her, bro. It ain't even.
not even halfway.
It's only 10%, and you didn't.
I
You
didn't
feel me?
even-
You
there's
acting
still
like
half
it's
a
tequila
thing
at this point.
She said,
man.
"I feel sorry for
And
you."
she treat me like Miles, bro. She
No,
like, must be nice, man.
whatever.
That's an inside joke, but that's hilarious.
No, for real,
say
bro.
that.
No, okay. When it comes to dating, man, and then also investing in yourself, and you said your wife, I mean your girl is very supportive. What was some things that you look for that really stood out? You know what I mean? Because at that time, I'm sure you were still in the grinding stage and still dating. How did you make that work?
I think like I've witnessed so many like whether it comes to my friends or even like been in certain scenarios myself to where I've been able to identify fake and real. And so once I've found out it was authentic and once I just seen like it's not just a girl and oh she looks good. No, it's like a partner. And like my biggest whether investments or whether it's decisions in life, her decision is 50% of my decision because I respect her opinion so much and she has such a great head on her shoulders that it's like it makes me like that's the type of love I look for. You know what I'm saying? Like that I found.
Yeah.
And so that was once I found it, I was like, bro, I can't let it go. Like, you know, and like I got homies that got girl problems that can't get past stage 1. And I'm just like, why would I ever try to fumble something where I'm at stage 10? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
How long did it take for you to know, like, all right, this is it. I'm done. I found what I'm looking
I
for.
feel like it's fast for guys.
yeah, I didn't
Not you. Stay out of this. We gonna insert you in a second. We about to fight, Liz. I'm sorry, Miles. I'm this for you, Miles.
He had spaghetti and salad the other day, fresh dressing, so he's fine. He's doing good.
My bad, go ahead.
you eat spaghetti with ranch.
I don't need spaghetti.
No,
Right
she's
not
talking
like
about her
my
dude.
salad.
Her dude name is Miles.
I make food from scratch, like farm to table, and I made a homemade vinaigrette and put it like on the salad, and it was like really good.
Wait, so talking about he eats spaghetti with ranch?
Nah.
Oh, okay. Where you get that from?
I don't know.
Well, I said dressing.
Dressing.
Oh, dressing. Oh, what kind? Wait,
that
what
was-
kind of dressing?
I'm trying that though.
No, on the salad.
Oh, okay. You gotta be more like in depth with that. 'cause
Hey, I'm trying that the spaghetti with ranch, but carry on.
People like pizza and ranch, and it's
Oh, I love
Pizza
and
ranch is different though.
I love pizza ranch.
No, people eat spaghetti and ranch. I feel like.
Who?
Look it up. I'm sure you can.
I
find
know. Hurt.
Who? Her eat spaghetti with ranch?
Yeah.
Is it? Is it?
Disgrace to Italians.
Aw,
He was
Shit,
Italian?
ranch is disgraceful for anybody that's not American. They don't even got that shit overseas.
Sheesh. Shit. My bad. What were you saying though? Like how long did it take for you to know? Like,
Oh, how long did it take? I feel like so we had met off of social media. It wasn't like I had seen her Instagram or seen her online and I followed her, DM'd her. It was kind of like a natural interaction. And like I had seen her and I was like, I started just talking shit. Like I was faded. I started like talking shit.
hey, I'm glad you honest. I'm glad you honest.
And I was like, damn, I don't want to say this, but I was like, I seen her with like a watch, and I was like a dude bought you that watch, huh? Started it aggressive as shit. Boom. No, I own my own business. I did. I said, oh shit. I said, my bad.
Let me tighten up.
I said, hold on. I said, hold on, my bad. Okay. And then boom, from right there, we just started talking for like 45 minutes. And she just talked about, because she has a clothing brand as well.
shout her out. What's her name?
B Davis. Shout out B Davis.
What's the clothing line?
Liberate LA. And she has a clothing brand as well. And that's who inspired me to actually get into clothing.
Wow.
So-
Wow. Okay. That's
But it
awesome.
took like, I would say when we met in person, like after that, we kind of just started texting. And then boom, I think we met in we met in August. In October, I flew her out to Paris, and we went to Italy, and it was locked and loaded since then.
Time out.
That's
Time out. Let's go back.
No, man. Hey, if your man ain't talking about you like he ain't flying you out to Paris. If a man won't, a man will.
We're not talking about.
If a man won't, another man
We're not
will.
talking about like California. Like this.
Paris.
He said Paris.
Paris.
That's a 35 to 5K flight, just for one person. Yeah, nah, bro. That's
Hey,
My man.
start thinking high caliber.
I love it, bro.
Start thinking high caliber.
Bust out in
Okay.
tears, bro. That's crazy.
It's not even about that though. Like just the way you talk about her, bro. Like people need to understand. Like if your man or your woman isn't talking about you in a space that you aren't in that way, you gotta. Yeah, this
I'm
is
about to be in trouble
shade. What? I'm not. Bro, he talks. I'm pretty sure he talked highly about me. I hope he does because I talk highly about him in other rooms.
Man, listen, you feed that dude. He happy.
That dude
Yeah.
love
I don't care what
I'm
you
like,
think.
what you talking
Hey,
about?
she made home like from scratch.
Hey, yeah, she
feed
feeding
us.
me.
We
Bro,
have.
she be feeding.
I made better mac and cheese than he made.
Hey, she
Nah, you
bring
really
food
did,
on it.
huh?
We be like, yes,
Bro,
like little kids.
bro.
Bro.
We be so, bro. She made us cupcakes. She done made mac and cheese.
scratch,
Oh, yeah.
She made, what was it? The first thing she made
From
was
scratch.
sweet
You
potato.
gotta
Yeah,
From
the
scratch.
cheesecake joint.
Oh, she
Cheesecake
made
mix.
cheesecake from scratch, bro.
Cheesecake.
Yeah, we gonna be saying nothing, bro. Like,
I'm sorry I didn't bring
I'd
it.
be
Usually
happy.
I'll bring something, but I have fufu if y'all want it, but it's not mine. But still, yeah, you want to try some later? Yeah.
oh yeah, I do want to try that.
Yeah.
Fufu.
At the break. At the break.
Fufu is a different type of taste, man.
That's what you
So
like
it's
dip.
Yeah, you dip
It's
it.
a-
you
it's a
swallow
different
it,
type
you
of
don't chew
taste.
it.
Yeah. So y'all, some people don't like fufu. I didn't.
I like it.
I got a friend. Shout out to my friend from Africa. From Africa.
Oh, Lord.
The fufu was delicious.
Yeah. Nah, we'll check it out, man. We'll check it out.
Shout out to Las Gidi. Thank you so much for the food.
Speaking of fufu, man, we went to Duke Chicken. You had Duke Chicken, right? Matter of fact, bro, remember we went to Nikhil crib? Nikhil Harry?
Yeah.
And they had the Chicago Duke Chicken there that night?
Yes,
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, we went to
Oh
we
man,
went there the other night, bro, and that shit was
fire.
good,
Yeah.
bro.
Shout out
Shot
Duke Chicken. They
Town,
got,
yeah.
they got that shit.
Yeah, shout out to Duke.
The sauce on that joint was that was fire.
Yeah,
It's like
nah,
a
definitely.
buffalo and something. I don't even know, but it's good.
What you like to eat, bro?
I've been on some like greens lately.
Soul
Yeah, you
food?
said you were taking a.
No, like,
watching what
Just
you
spent
eat, right?
this vegetables
like
just on the
some
vegetable
fucking
kick.
healthy
Okay.
shit, bro.
Some
Like the
fiber type
Milani
shit.
greens.
Yeah. I've been on I've been trying to like change the way like I eat. Like no fast food, well, I never really fucked with fast food. No soda. And then like now, like when my shorty cooks for me, like I don't have no salts
Oh wow.
in
Wow.
seasoning.
Really?
Yeah.
What does that taste like?
It's all right. But she makes it really good.
What about accent? Can you have accent or like no salt at all?
What's the accent?
Accent is like it's a seasoning that brings out the flavor. So if you don't like salt, you use accent.
Oh, I don't know. I don't cook.
Well,
She
yeah.
does the cooking.
He's I just eat it. Shit.
Yeah. So she set up all my meals for me every single week.
That's dope.
So like,
Girl.
Hey, he already winning.
Girl.
dog.
He winning, boy.
Hey, the food for me. Yeah, he already winning. dog.
When's the
so
wedding?
that's kind of what I be eating. Now that I'm in AZ, I've been fucking up. I ain't gonna lie. It's hard.
It's hard here.
It's hard. When you traveling, I just came back from Paris too. Like
We gonna get
I
into
think
that
I ate
too.
like 6 burgers in Paris. I don't even like burgers.
Their food's better though, I feel like.
But it was just more the fact that like 3 a.m. in the morning, damn, I'm hungry. And that's the only shit open.
But you know what's but it's healthier there too though.
Yeah, that's what
So
I'm
it's
saying.
not like
for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
They
yeah.
watch what they literally watch what they put in versus in America, you find ingredients in the food that you won't find in Europe.
Yeah,
I didn't even see one fat dude there.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
'Cause
No,
they have
there.
laws against it. Like we can't the food if we took out food there. If we took out food there, whoever brought it would go to jail.
I thought you said they have laws against being fat. I was like, no, they don't.
Actually, they do. No, I'm just.
Hey, you will see when they expect you gonna see cancer, diabetes. They gonna keep going down low.
Man, it's all bad here.
Nah, it's
but,
bad, bro.
So hey man, eat your burgers in Paris, bro.
Nah, for sure. For
Eat
sure.
your burgers in Paris.
I want to talk a little bit about you played football, right? You didn't play football?
I play basketball.
Basketball. So where did you play it?
Chandler.
Chandler High. So
Yeah.
did you play with Troy at the time?
Nah, he was older than us.
Older than us?
Yeah.
So like when you were playing sports, did you have that vision like I wanted to play college or
Shit,
out?
no.
Okay. So, no.
I wasn't that good.
Yeah.
And I knew I wasn't that good. I was just there. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all the homies was on the team. Like we was just having a blast.
Yeah.
And like That's really what it was. I was riding the bench.
Yeah.
Hey, bench players get paid too. You know what I'm saying?
Let them know, dog. Let them know. Bench players get paid too. Yeah.
Hey, what I call you when I first seen you? You
Clay.
remember?
Oh, you got Clay Thompson? Where was I at, bro?
What was this? And you know I play too much, so I say to him, I was like, "Yo, Clay." He looked at me just.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I get that shit every day.
I know. Hey, I know you.
I
did.
get it.
Now I can see you. Yeah, I can see the Clay Thompson.
What is your ethnicity?
Lebanese.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope, man. So let's get into let's get a little bit into the trading. We ain't got to talk about too much about it, but you know, who led you in that direction, and then like, what did you like about it?
So, me and my homie Drew, I think you know him, Okonkwo,
Yeah, I know.
had found trading like 6 years ago, and we was like dabbling into it. We had signed up for this course. We were learning together. We were losing money together, whatever it is. And then I kind of just like joined an academy that taught trading. And with the academy, I kind of just like got really good at trading. And so like I quit like trading, like the foreign exchange market a long time ago. But I stayed with crypto and I stayed with stocks. Like right now I have a stock portfolio and I still have a crypto portfolio. But bro, I think trading got me into like I said, the entrepreneur. Like that company event that I went to was about trading. So it was more the fact that it started with just wanting to like do something with some of the extra cash that I had. I didn't even have a lot of cash. I had like $300-$400 every single week extra. I was like, all right, you know what? Let's do something.
Do it in.
Exactly.
And I was losing that shit every single week. I was 0 for fucking 50. And like
That's a tough game.
but when I won one though, I was like, damn, this shit real.
That's all it takes
I was
one
like,
time,
I
man.
was like, damn, this shit is real. I was like, yo, hold the fuck up.
Yeah.
I was like, I think I like made $900 that day. And I was like, oh yeah, like we can make some shit happen. And so like that's when I started diving deep into it. And that kind of like started my whole journey of like entrepreneurship. It started my whole journey of like studying that shit like nonstop. I was working my like 9 to 5 and I had got fired because I would have the charts up so much.
Wow.
And so like every time they would come by, I'll be on a call, but I'll be looking at that shit, make sure my money good. And then like boom, we finally got to a point where I was like, hey, throwing you out. And so like I was like, that was the only shit I had at that point. I was like, all right, you know what? I gotta make something happen to this. And
Where were you working at, if you don't mind me asking?
it was called Mr. Cooper. It was like a home loan.
Oh yeah, I heard that spot.
Home loan situation. And you know, the supervisor followed me to this day. So I mean,
And my boy winning.
Hey, but shout out him. He dope
It's a
as
blessing,
fuck.
though.
He
Yeah.
dope as fuck. And we always catch up. We always like, yo, he's like, yo, he's like, I had to do it, bro. They was on my ass
Yeah.
to get you gone. And so like I knew it wasn't going, I couldn't keep doing it that. And it was wasting my time at that point. Like
It lets you know other choice. Like now you gotta
do it.
It's that
Yeah.
sink or swim type.
Yeah.
of-
yeah, and
Yeah,
then
it's a
like I
blessing.
said, we got to like crypto. Crypto started going crazy. Crypto's going crazy right now.
Yep.
Stocks, and then that was summarizing the trading industry. I've got to speak on stages in front of like 10, 15,000 people.
Wow.
And like being able to like I used to be a like I would say like a motivational speaker. Like on stage, I see that's why I'm rusty now. But like on stage and stuff, I would talk about mindset. So I was a development coach. I would help people develop like mindset, the ability to actually go and achieve something. So and that's what led me to actually like getting into the brand and actually getting to other businesses and actually having like a head on my shoulder of entrepreneurship. Like, okay, you know what? Like anything you do, whether it comes to podcasts, whether it comes to owning a clothing brand, like there's logistics behind everything. And so knowing that there's logistics behind everything, and it's not just about how good your content is or how good your brand is, it's more than that. It kind of like,
Value.
it kind of like, I was just like, okay, with the brand shit, I dove so deep into like other people's brands and how they move, how they walk, how how they show their brand, how they post it, how they get other people to wear it. So I was like, let me emulate everything I see and go do that shit myself. And that's how like a lot of the athletes now wear the shit. A lot of the celebrities wear it because it's like, bro, I hit them DMs. Like I be hitting them. I be hitting them DMs.
Now, I definitely want to get into. We're gonna definitely for sure talk about the brand. That was pretty much like the best part of I feel of this interview because we've seen it grow and we've seen the work you've been putting into it. But also before you even got into the brand, you were doing what I'm doing now. What we're doing podcasting with Talk That Talk podcast and shout out to Reese and Cook. The guys you were doing it with. How did that start? Because I believe that's when you really started digging deep into content creating.
That was like, me and Cook have been real cool. And shout out Cook and Reese. Me and Cook have been real cool. I used to live with him for a little bit. We became like really, really good friends. And so we was just like thinking about, I think like one day I was like, bro, let's do a podcast. And he was like, bro, me and my brother were thinking about starting back up. I was like, he was like, bro, we should do a podcast, us three. And I was like, let's do it. Like, fuck it, come on. Because I got a lot of shit to say. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get me going, I'm going to talk my ass off. Like, and then so once we actually bought all the equipment and once we actually set up shop, we started. And had them two having the influence that they already had. Like, our first video did like 50K on YouTube. And we were like, fuck. It was like, yo, like, this shit could do something. And then, boom, ever since then, 50, 100. Like, we had episodes that got 450, like 500.
Wow.
And so we were just like, damn, like, this shit. And then we started getting deals. Yo, could you promote our fucking shit, this and that? We're like, yeah. Like, come on, they bringing in the money, we do it. Like, we talk about anything, whatever it is. And so we were having a blast with it. And then it started getting a bit difficult because all of our lives were busy. So Cook had moved over to Miami and we were trying to make that shit work with like him being in Miami. And so we would only he would either have to travel to us or we would have to travel to Miami or we would have to travel to a different city, hit up all the influencers and do a podcast in that city. Like we did it in LA one time. We got an Airbnb and then we had got like 7 guests. And I'm talking about like, imagine this room right here. Like
around
10 hours of talking.
Wow.
5 different guests. Every guest get 2 hours.
Wow.
And we were,
oh, wow.
I'm talking about cracked out off of the fucking energy drinks. Like, we were like, yo, nonstop. Yo, next guest is coming. Hey, appreciate y'all for coming. Boom, boom. Next guest will come. Yo, sit down. We'll get it on.
That's awesome.
And so we knocked out like, I think like 10 podcasts in like 2 days. And so that would like help us like,
stack content, basically.
yeah, stack content to where it's like, okay, Cook lives in Miami. We wouldn't have to drop a pod. We would have to record another
can
month.
decompress a little more.
For a month or two. So that was going on. Then it just got difficult. Reese had a baby. Like I said, Cook, we couldn't keep going and traveling. And so we kind of just let it go. But this is me telling them.
Reunion.
Like we should have kept it going.
Yeah.
Like the podcast game is crazy now. Like when it comes down to the promos they do for like even alcohols or sports betting and bro, the money is insane. Yeah, bro. Like the money's insane. And I just wish that it kept going on. But one thing fades, another thing comes up.
Yeah, definitely. What kind of advice would you give to us as far as like tapping into the podcast world? So obviously, you know me, when we first connected, I was doing it with Omar and Q. Now it's a whole new team. Same concept for it. But what type of advice would you give to us as far as expand and anyone else that would like want to get into the media world?
So what worked for us was influencers, like grabbing these influencers and utilizing their audience and making them your audience. So it was like a lot of like people, even in the city. So we ran through we ran through all the influences in the city that we could even.
Pause moment,
You know what I'm saying?
You be saying pause too.
He had a pause moment, but I ain't saying that.
What I
You said you want me to say what you said?
Yeah.
You said I was doing it with Q and
I hate this dude, bro.
Pause.
I was doing the podcast with him.
go, man.
So, I mean, we had started going to different cities, and that was the key. Like taking your talent to a different city, and imagine like just using your connects to hit up, bro, everybody that you can in the city, and just try to get some type of love back. Yo, all right, bet I'll do it. Yo, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much how I was in you up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, and then it just the clips, like the clips on Reels, the clips on TikTok, just making sure the clips are like, hey, what's the word?
Chris.
Not even crisp, but like more of like people are engaging with them, like attention, like they're catching their attention within the first 3 seconds.
Like
Right.
things people really want to know.
Yeah,
or
you know,
talk
like sometimes in the clips they put the climax
Yep.
at the
The
very
beginning.
beginning, and then
Right.
it restarts, and then it's like you've seen the climax already. So you're like, oh shit, what the fuck happened? So then you watch the whole thing, and that's how they get their view time up. That's how they get other people to, you know. So it's like a lot of shit that goes into it, and then it's more of like being on brand. Like if you are whatever your podcast is about, like if Jay Shetty, do y'all know who Jay Shetty is?
No, it is.
He's like a health and wellness podcast. So I watch him a lot, but like I love health and wellness. I love
Time out real quick. Did he do a podcast with Michael B. Jordan and
Yes.
Wills? Okay, y'all know.
Oh, yeah,
that.
that was recent.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know he did.
so I love, and that's he stays in his lane. He don't go in every podcast that you see him do. Like you won't see no Shannon Sharp shit. Like Shannon Sharp is a different type of
love his
podcast.
podcast.
But I love his podcast too. But his podcasts are more of like more entertainment, gossipy, juicy. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people like that too. But it just, finding your lane. Our shit was like talk that talk. So our shit was like being able to be talking about anything. And then so one thing that I didn't like about our podcast was like we had to, and we started the niche off with we had to stay on brand. And the brand was talking about what's hot right now. And it was just like I wanted to talk about like health and wellness. I wanted to talk about entrepreneurship.
Covering more.
Yeah, and now we're talking about Blueface and you know what I'm saying? Like what's going on with that? And I was just kind of like, so it just, I mean, that would be my advice for her.
Yeah. Dope.
I like what you're saying because I do social media for my full-time job. So I was kind of trying to give advice when it comes to hooks, when it comes to grasping the audience's attention. But I really like what you said about grabbing other influencers and making their audience your audience because that's kind of going to be impactful in the long run.
Yeah, and that's how it is with shit, bro. Everything. You look at like clothing brand. Like if Duke Dennis wears my clothing brand, a lot of his followers are gonna become my audience
Exactly.
because he posted it. Now it works with anything.
Jay-Z did it. Jay-Z did it.
But rude.
Pause. Jay-Z did it.
Oh my gosh.
No, so the fact that he went over and rapped with Juvenile, right? Then he went over with UGK. So now, even though, now they know who, if they never heard of Jay-Z, now they know who
Now they
Jay-Z is.
heard,
If UGK never, because it worked both ways too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If UGK never heard of, if East Coast never heard of UGK, now they get to hear UGK. So now, whenever you, and remember we talked about that a while ago, I was like, man, let's just, and I tell my little nephew, HMK, I got Kelly Iris, AKA Kelly Iris, he's in music. I was like, try to find people that, you got to respect them first. I don't want to, honestly, I don't want to work with, I don't want to work with nobody just because they got it going on. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to respect them and like, all that type of stuff. But y'all build together. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I think collaborations are very valuable in the long run.
definitely.
And like you said,
Most
it works
definitely.
both ways. Like, yeah, we can promote our podcast, but we can also let our audience know a little bit more about other creators. It's kind of like the same thing with music, right? Like some younger people won't know an older artist, but they use remixes or they sample sounds in their songs, and they kind of have to research and be like, oh wow, that was back in the 80s. That's lit. And so now those artists are being known.
Yep.
Yeah, utilization is all up in the game everywhere.
Definitely.
Like being able to utilize someone else's audience, someone else's like face, and just like at the end of the day, if you could reciprocate something to them, that's all that matters. Like, yes, you guys are giving me a platform to speak right now. So by all means, take my audience because sometimes I want a platform to speak and speak my mind. Like Instagram and TikTok, like you can't just sit here and sit on Instagram and be like, hey guys, like this is what I want to talk about today.
Yeah,
but like
right.
now I'm doing it in a podcast. I feel like I can cut and clip some of the shit that I'm saying and really talk to some people who need that motivation, who need that inspiration, rather than trying to just be that online. It's like, yo, this is authentic, real conversation. It's not no flim-flam shit.
No, for sure. Definitely.
And appreciate that, man. Yeah, no, most definitely, man. Most definitely.
You about to say?
Yeah, just a question. Like, since you do like talking a lot and like being on podcasts, I mean, our podcast is always open if you ever want to come back again.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I dare you.
But would you ever start your own podcast? Like you said, you can't really go on your Instagram and like talk about the things, but maybe you can try live, or maybe would you ever, start your own podcast up?
I've like, so 2025, one of my goals was to start doing more speaking in the camera and actually like when you look at your content and you're like, okay, I post a fit pic, it does all right. But then I post something motivational, inspirational, and then people eat it up. And I'm like, bro, okay, well, that's my niche then.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to push it too much to where it's like I'm trying to be too motivational, but maybe if I had a platform where I could speak just a little bit, I could help the individual that was in my spot maybe 3-4 years ago to take that step or to just jump. You know what I'm saying? Because I needed that from somebody to just tell me to jump off the boat, bro. Like just take that step, take that leap of faith, because you take that leap of faith, it's going to change your life.
Well, even if you lose in it, even if it didn't work out, you still learn something from it. But it's hard. But let me ask you this: your first hater, the first negative comments that you got, first, do you remember what that first one was?
Nah, I've always been in the mentality of like
Block them out.
Yeah, like fuck the haters type shit.
Right. That's dope.
Yeah.
Some people, man, like some things that hit me. If I got somebody, I know somebody in the comments going in on me.
That last
hit me a
comment
little
hit
bit.
you a little. That recent comment hit you.
Nah,
a little.
that didn't, because I know what I'm signing up for. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't know what I was signing up for and I would have seen it, then it would have probably bothered me. You know what I'm saying? But it's deeper than what. Anyway, we ain't gonna get into all that. But as far as, let me ask you, how would you tell somebody to like you said, you've been that way, like you always been. But how would you tell somebody else to like how would you motivate somebody to get past seeing those haters in the comments?
For me, it was more the fact that like during my growing stage, I didn't even care what my friends and family was saying. So why am I gonna care about what a random person gonna say?
Yeah, you was
know what I'm
focused,
saying?
yeah.
So I was just like, bro, I was even like, oh, that a little shit that you doing. Oh, they ain't gonna do nothing. My point of like proving people wrong was showing that it worked. And so once like, yeah, they might be hating or they might be talking shit or they might not agree with you, but my point of proving people wrong was just like, all right, bet, like, watch. Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, and not in no cocky way, more than just like, you know what, I don't gotta speak to let you know that I got something to say. You could just watch me do it, and it's gonna speak for itself.
And that's hey, they still looking.
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna say. You're a
Still
mentor and
looking.
an influence
Yeah.
to some people,
Right.
whether they're really liking your stuff and following you because they want to be like that, or they're following because they want to see what you about. But usually, those haters online are because they don't have the motivation or the knowledge or the mindset to really do what you're doing. So, again, applaud and keep it going. Block out those haters.
Hey, some people won't like you because of the shirt you got on.
Oh, God.
They'll figure it out. They'll be like, man, I don't like his
Something.
You know what I'm saying? It is
Back
what
to
it
pop the
is.
balloon.
Yo,
Hey.
on the comments of our podcast we used to have, bro, they would say the craziest shit, bro. And
Why
then
though?
I would talk to
Why?
Cook and Reese, and they would be like, "Oh, we don't even go through the comments." I'm like, "Nah, I go through them." Like, you know, like I won't like I see them, it don't faze me, but I like to like see what people be talking about.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? Like, okay, bet. Like
They be having their own
all right,
conversations in the
yeah. And so like, you know, it gets devious, bro. It gets
but
very
it be for
devious.
shout out to Uncle Bill DeVille. He told me it takes, and I said this before, it takes all kind of people to make a world. Unfortunately, it's somebody out there that just you got your people that's just saying stuff just to get some shit started.
And
You
then
know
when
what
you
I'm saying?
say something to them, they're like, "Oh, I didn't mean it like that." I'm like, "Then why did you say it?" Why?
Like you got some people that's giggling like Peter Griffin. While they typing the shit, they giggling because they know they're gonna get a reaction for it, right? Then you got some people that's really mad at you.
Yeah.
Like, why you got that chain on?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like, why?
unfortunate.
They really mad, but then you got a lot of other supporters, right? So I guess if you ain't getting no attention, it's bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
at
might
least
as
you're
well.
getting some type of attention.
Exactly,
Like,
exactly.
Now, if you don't get no attention, you're doing something wrong.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so now that you know that you know, it's like, bro, it's so cheesy and corny, but it's like, you know, who said if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping?
Hey, Rich. Hey,
You know,
it's real.
who? I think it was in a song or
It
some
was definitely
shit.
in a song, sure.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
okay.
Hey.
And so you and you really dissect that shit. You're like, damn, that's motherfucking true. Like,
That's true, bro.
like, damn, like you like. In order for you to actually, bro, look at LeBron James. Like,
Don't get him started because he'll throw us off topic, bro. We gotta stay on track.
I say one thing and then we can let it go. Like, he is, bro. He has his own school. Like, he's like a trophy. Like, bro, there's nothing wrong with the dude.
Does he own the Lakers?
No.
No, he plays on the lake.
No,
Okay, you're done. You're
No, I
done.
know, but that video of the trade of that one dude not being on the Lakers anymore.
Anthony Davis?
Yeah, like
It don't got nothing to do
He
with
has
it.
no
They
trade
always
clout.
say-
saying
He-
LeBron was
yeah.
like,
Nah.
No, you done.
And
You
that's what
done.
haters do. They'll say LeBron.
Yeah,
LeBron went in and signed all the documents and got him traded.
So we're bringing it. Oh, LeBron fault. It is
Exactly.
LeBron, fuck LeBron. I'm like, damn, what did he do to
Yeah,
you? Like, what the
exactly.
fuck?
doesn't
like,
his son play on the team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
see,
you got
I
that
know,
right.
yeah.
You
But
still
yeah.
done though.
We dropped LeBron shit. My
Yeah,
girl
nah.
hate when I talk about LeBron.
Bro, we'll start talking about sports and we'll forget why you here, bro. No, we gotta keep it on
I ain't
track.
gonna even get
man.
on that stuff because I ain't on that today. But good reference.
You ain't gonna get on that.
Good reference on that stuff. Nah, that ain't no pause moment.
The
The doing it with you. That was the worst.
Hey,
Nah,
man.
real talk, man. Like you right, man. It's like, and then they trying to find something, and then they'll throw something out there to fish. Like you got, it's a one DJ Envy, I think it's DJ Envy. He like he throwing out the whole. He out with Drake. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, they beefing or something.
Right. Well, Drake said, like he was saying
would not
like
beef with
Drake and LeBron was. Drake was setting up LeBron with girls so they can cheat on his wife.
Oh no, Academic said that.
Academics, my bad. I'm sorry. Sorry, DJ Envy, my apologies.
Man, we don't know him.
But we know everything.
you never know.
Hey, they know us.
Unless
Hey,
he,
you
unless
never
he get
know.
on this podcast.
Hey, exactly.
Then I
Now he gonna call
apologize.
you for saying that.
But that's my point. Like you throwing stuff out there at the world just so you can try to find it, and I don't respect that, man.
Yeah,
I never want to move like that. I don't want to move in rumors. Oh, guess what I heard? I heard that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that, man. That shit lame to me. So, but anyway, but yeah, that's that hating shit.
Yeah.
But we ain't gonna talk about no
Yeah,
sports
nah.
because we'll get off track.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
just gotta be on that shit all day. We'll get off track.
I do want to say one thing. I like your shirt.
We about to get into that. Appreciate it.
I like your shirt.
We about to get into that.
Homemade.
Boredom kills. So boredom kills, man. And obviously, there's a lot of people a part of this brand. How did we get here? How did Boredom Kills even come about?
I had a brand called Trust the Process, and I needed a creative to like design my clothing because like sometimes like your ideas ain't all there when it comes to creativity. So I have found Brandon, and Brandon helped me design shit for Trust the Process. I did a drop with Trust the Process. The shit went really good. Like, it was dope shit. Quality was good. Everything was good. I was like, damn, bro, like, I love this shit. I love, like, it was like essentials, like sweatsuits, like workout gear. And I was like, bro, okay, bet. And then Brandon had came up to me. He was like, yeah, bro, like, he has a brand called Boredom Kills. And at that moment, it wasn't like moving at all. And I was like, damn, Boredom Kills, that's a fire name. And so I was just like, yo, bro, like your shit's like streetwear. Like, let me be a part of it. And so he made me buy into the brand.
Smart brand. Hey, let's go. Business mindset.
But he made me buy into the brand to buy his business partner out.
Oh, wow.
And so I did that, and I was just like, all right, bet, like, let's turn this bitch around. Like, Brandon is one of the most creative people I know. Like, he's so creative that like he'll throw up make a design, and I'll just be like, bro, what the fuck? How do you even think of that shit? And then like all I do is like, all right, let's tweak this a little bit.
Does he draw it?
Nah. I'll be like, let's tweak this a little bit. Let's do that. Let's do this. Because like so many things will be rushing through his mind that like I be in the scene. So I see what a lot of people wear. He has a creative mind to where when you put those two together, like, okay, yeah, you're making some. I see what everyone else is doing. Okay, let's tweak this a little bit. Let's do this.
To that.
You know?
Wow.
And so once we did that and we did our first drop together, boom, the shit went crazy. We sold out. Sold out in like a month though. And so that's when I had two brands. And I had a brand called Trust the Process, and I had a brand called Boredom Kills. And I was just like, damn, like running two brands is hard as fuck. Like this shit ain't easy. You're trying to promote two different brands and people don't even know like, are they both yours? Or like what's going on? I was like, all right, I gotta drop one. And I dropped Trust the Process because I was like, one, I want to wear something that like I actually wear.
Like
every day, like, you know, like I wear streetwear clothes. And I was like, this is like fits me more. And then also I had talked to like me and Drew, you know Drew Hanlon?
Yeah.
So me and Drew Hanlon were at Kelly Oubre's wedding.
My cousin good best friends with Drew Hanlon. You probably met him.
Shit, probably.
Yeah.
But we were at the wedding and he kind of had told me, he was just like, yo, like I could help place some of your gear to like some of the athletes that I train. I was like, bet, let's do that shit. And then I told him it was called Trust the Process.
They looking for you, bro.
Tay, can you give him the sip tail?
I told him.
You want sip tail?
He needs some.
My bad. Bro. I'm sorry. I don't ever interrupt our guests again.
I didn't even say nothing. Bro, but all right, little man.
So I had
Hey, hold on, give me 1 second.
good,
My butler is going to pull my drink. My butler Smithers is going to pull my drink.
Hey, we need it. Hey, punch yourself 2 times. Hey, can I get another can? I'm sorry, but they fucking up.
You're
Dude,
good.
that's them,
You're good.
My bad. But please continue, because I'm
Okay.
listening.
So he had told me. So I was like, yeah, it's called Trust the Process. And then he trains Joel Embiid. And so he was just like, bro, to be honest, bro, I can't even put this on nobody because Joel Embiid is in a crazy lawsuit with the dude who owns Trust the Process trademark. And I was like, bro, there's a whole bunch of bullshit going on. Like, so I was like, you know what? I can't, like, if this shit does blow up, and when it does blow up, I might get a fucking lawsuit.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like, I don't got a trademark.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, all right, I gotta let this shit go. And I let the bitch go, and then I went full in on Boredom Kills, and then we kind of like.
I'm sorry, bro. I apologize, bro. I feel so bad, bro. He like a little kid. Like, you know, when you like got some cookies and shit in the kitchen, and you see him peek around the corner, like.
I had went full in on Boredom Kills, and that's kind of just like I realized in that space, like, bro, we have the designs, we have the clothes, we got the quality, we got the manufacturer. I was like, bro, it's my job to put this bitch on people. It's my job to brand this business. And so like I took it in, and I was like, you know what? Like, let's do this shit together. And like in 1 year, like we hit 7 figures in sales.
Wow.
And so that right there was just like, okay, like we've only been doing Boredom Kills for like a year and 4 months, maybe 3 months. And so the amount of growth, the amount of like the amount of people that have worn the brand, like, bro, it still blows me to this day, like, who's actually been in it. Like, to all the NBA players, to all the celebrities, like Chris Brown, to like
Funny
actors.
Marco.
Like, yes, bro. And it was just like, I pull up on anybody. I DM anybody. Yo,
and that's what I want to ask. How do you go about your brand, and how are we getting these people in this product?
It would be somebody who knows somebody, or I know a lot of people. So when it came down to like getting people into some shit, I hit some people up to hit that person up. Yo, I'll bless you with some gear and just throw it in. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom. And then like whenever, it was so easy for me in Arizona. Like whenever I would see somebody come to like the club,
people always coming, man.
And people always come. You know, the best thing about when people came to Arizona is that they come with a suitcase, and when you give them some hot shit, they gonna wear it that night. And so you was like,
you just solved a problem.
And so if you give it to somebody in their hometown, they're like, all right, let me throw this in the closet. When I take it out, I take it out. You don't even know if you're gonna get a picture, video. They will go to the club, and I'll just work the DMs, bro. Like, I'll see the entourage that they with. I would hit them up personally. Like, okay, for instance, Duke Dennis, he came to Arizona, and I had DM'd him. Didn't think I was gonna get a response. Boom, he hit me up. He said, yo, pull up on me. I said, bet. So I pulled up on him. I gave him the gear. He went out that night. He wore the shirt. He went out the next night. He wore the sweater.
Shout out to LB because he took those pictures.
Hell yeah. You know what's crazy? Like, LB, I was in bed with my girl at like 12 at night. And Duke hit me up. He was like, yo, we about to slide to the club. And I was just like, damn, bro. Like, I'm tired as fuck. I hit LB up. I hit Duke. I said, yo, y'all need a photographer? And he was like, yeah. I was like, bet, I got one coming. And then I hit LB up. I said, yo, slide right now. And he was like, bet, let's fuck. Like, boom, he slid there. It was like 1 o'clock. And he just walked in, grabbed the pictures, grabbed the videos, all sorts of shit like that. And that kind of just worked towards like ads, that kind of worked towards like brand development, awareness. And so it takes one person. Like for Rude, I was watching Ruigi. He owns Rude. And in his interview, he said that Jay-Z wore his shit. And when Jay-Z wore his shit, boom, it just shit blew up. So like, I see certain people wearing our shit, and I'm just like, bruh, it's just working them DMs, bruh. It's working them DMs. My homies putting in the word for me, or me pulling up on people. Like a lot of the people that, like even Kai Cenat, when Kai Cenat wore it, like I pulled up to his crib, gave it to him.
For the string?
Yeah, like,
that's crazy.
So NBA players, like I either whether I pull up on them or I send it to them. But like the cool thing is like the team will always post the walk-in photos. Yeah. So I knew, I was like, okay, you know what?
Winning.
I know the shit's hot, bro. And I know they gonna wear it. So if they gonna wear it, I'm gonna see it. And so it kind of just always worked out. I hit up stylists. I would dish out to the stylists. So like it came with a lot of like, what people don't know is like, now everyone comes to me like, yo, bro, I want to start a brand. And I'm like, bro.
It's not that easy, though.
Bro, it's so much more than, yo, I got a dope design I'm thinking of, bro. I got a dope name. It's way more than that. I know people who have great designs, great names, and they can't get their shit off the ground because it's just about product placement. It's about branding. It's about like all types of shit like that people don't really understand the logistics of. But it was so easy for me to understand because I've been through entrepreneurship before. I've been through like branding myself as me. Like, so it was easy to brand the brand. So, I mean, that's a gist of, what we did. But man, like to this day, like I look at it, I'm like, damn, bro, this is a year and 4 months of just grinding our ass off type shit.
I'm glad you touched base on the behind the scenes though, because people see your photos and they're like, oh, he probably knows them, or like, yeah, whatever, he's already had money. But nah, you like went
Put that
did the
work in.
but not just you. You had like a team, and that's something to touch on. Is you can't. We talked about this at the beginning. You can't do things by yourself. Like we need people. We need help. Even if you're starting by yourself, if you really want to develop and reach the right audience, right, you need a team.
Absolutely
Man,
agree.
because everybody, if you put the right team together, everybody has something to offer that can help. You know what I'm saying? You know, so now like that team, the team. I don't understand why people want to do stuff by themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I never got that, but yeah, the team.
I don't think I would have like, and this goes for both of us. Whether I don't got him or he don't got me, we wouldn't be where we're at. Like, and it's only us two in the whole like the brand. And now,
Shout out Brandon.
Yeah, shout out Brandon, man. And now we're starting to like hire production to do commercial shoots,
Wow.
to do like big time shit. Now we're going to Paris for Paris Fashion Week.
Wow.
Like hanging out with some of the top athletes, hanging out with some of the top like influencers, and it all comes from just having a brand. And now people are aware that it's your brand to where. So when they start to notice, like, okay, like he on Boredom Kills, oh, he do this, he do that, they start to want to create that relationship with you. Now it's like all these people that I was like in their DMs trying to go crazy, trying to get them in.
Hitting you up.
Now every drop, boom, they get pieces.
Yep.
Now like I don't even gotta like force it now. It's just like yo, they hitting me up, yo, boom, I got you. Like it's so easy now to get it on people, but it was the hard work, the effort of like, bro, I was doing like, I think with NBA players, like 30 DMs a day.
Wow.
Different NBA players. And like I would just keep doing the same thing every day. Different celebrities. I was same copy and paste message.
Yeah.
And I was just hitting it. Boom, 1 to 2 out of 30 you respond. And then once you get a lot of more like eyes on your brand or more people wearing it, they start to
Reach out to you
more.
Well, they
respect
talk
you
too
more.
though. They talk to each other too. So if somebody on board, they gonna tell, man, I'm gonna ride this tonight. Oh, okay, I'm wearing it like that. So
Yeah, and
That's lit.
like if I'm walking in on some shit and I think if I see somebody wearing some shit and I think that shit hard, like I'm gonna be like, okay, what is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you give it to the stylish dudes, the dudes that ain't got no style on the team, they're gonna be like, all right, bet I gotta copy him because he got the style.
Yep.
And so like that's what I be pushing towards is like the dudes know how to put that shit on.
Yeah.
Now I've been seeing some of everybody rock this dude shit, man. I done seen Duke Dennis, Chris Brown, Kai Cenat, Michael Rainey Jr., Funny Marco, and the list just continuing to extend, man. So how do we get Tariq on there or Michael Rainey Jr. for those? Who don't know?
It came about like one of my good homies, VP. He and Michael grew up together, and so he grew up with him and kind of just like. I told him, I was like, yo, bro, let me send him a pack. And so he put me in a group chat with him. He's like, yo.
He a real one, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Crazy. That's real.
And so I kind of just like told him, I was like, yo, I'm about to send you a pack. Boom, boom. And then when he got the pack, he kind of just posted it. He was like, yo, shout out Boarding Kills. I was like, oh, fuck. And so I was like, now it got to a point to where now we text all the time. Yo, bro, I got, you know what I'm saying? It's about creating that relationship.
For sure.
And I realized one time, within business, relationships is the most important thing.
Yes.
If you are a great relationship builder and you can create these relationships with just anybody, bro, you can get billionaires in the same room as you to like you. You can get the most high wealth individuals to be like, you know what, like they don't know nothing about you, but if you can make them laugh or you can do something to where like you can create a relationship, a connection, that's not forgetting. Like you don't forget that. Like if somebody makes me laugh or I had a good conversation with them, like I don't forget that, you know? And if you could be that person to other people, like that's just, it's game over.
And I tell Montae and Leon this all the time. They're so good with talking to people, but they don't just talk to people. They create that relationship, right? It's not just a one and done. It's like actually like, hey, how are you? Like, oh, let me check in on you, right? And I think that's really important.
No, it's yeah, man. Like my grandparents checked me a long time ago. So even if I'm talking to a waitress, and that's the CEO to the janitor. Like I'm gonna before I ask you what you got on the menu, I'm gonna be like, hey, how you doing? How's your day going?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's basic, man. And I think we just got that energy, man.
No, definitely.
Like we be at the gym, man. It'll be some cats. I go help somebody.
You posted a video doing that.
I go help somebody, you know, and just because I see them, like it's just an old head in me. Like, hey, like she called me an old head.
Yeah, she did.
It's just an old head in me, bro. If I see somebody doing something, man, I just kind of like, if I'm gonna go give you some advice and I'm gonna go help you, and next thing you know, I'm giving you my Instagram joint. You know what I'm saying? Hey, QMO Podcast.
Thanks. And
You know what I'm saying?
I speak up, bro.
Yeah, most
I speak up,
definitely.
like, bro, I double text.
Got to, bro.
Like,
Got
bro,
to.
I don't give a fuck. Like, bro, like if I see you read my message and you ain't respond, I'll be like, yo, let me know. Arrow up. Like, bro, I don't give a damn.
I'm
bro.
trying to get better at that, like speaking up and like saying something. Because I mean, I feel like God always puts things on my heart too, like to say something to someone, or like, you know, when like you're passing by someone, you're like, oh, I should say that, and like you don't. Like today at the African food truck, there were these girls doing videos, and at the end, I just like went up to one of the girls and I just said like, I'm proud of you for doing what you're doing, and I got her Instagram and she was already following me. And I was like, that's
dope.
bro, that's
That's
crazy.
dope. That's dope.
Because
That's dope.
so if I didn't go up to her, right, I would have never met someone who was following me. But now she does YouTube, and that's what I'm trying to get into. So I just thought that was really cool. And like, if you ever have that thing on your heart, like to just go say something to someone, like you never know why God's pulling you in that direction, or like why you should.
And the thing sucks is the times you don't do it.
That part. You always,
Man, why didn't I do it? You know what I'm saying? That's
I'm learning myself, man. So even with Faads, like I didn't really know Faads like that. I knew of him through LB, but LB was telling me about the brand, and we met at I believe we met at the pop-up shop y'all did at Inspire. And that was the first piece I bought from you guys.
Yeah.
And I was just showing support, man. Genuinely though, because I fuck with it and I love seeing people do like dope stuff.
Yeah, your stuff is
And
dope.
we just kind of just kept in contact from there. But I said I wanted to get him on the podcast, so yeah, I definitely double text Faads for sure.
Hey, bro, I'm telling you, I double text. I speak up. Like, bro, we was in Paris this last 2 weeks ago, and bro, I didn't get invited, but I went to this GQ event, and GQ, bro. So I went in with a +1, and I seen anybody and everyone there. I seen like all the biggest names when it comes down to like celebrity wise. When it comes down, I felt like I was at the Grammys and shit, and like athletes, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to work. Boy, I'm getting DDG's number. I'm sending him some shit when I get back. Yeah. Like, and he texts me, yo, you sent it out? I'm like, nah, not yet, but like I get back
The
tomorrow.
fact that he remembered, that's all that matters.
If I didn't walk up to him, I seen the owner of Ruigi.
Yeah.
Boom, bump shoulders with him. I said, yo, bro. I tapped him. I said, yo, bro. Like he my inspiration when it comes down to this clothing shit. I said, yo, bro, I really fuck with your shit. Like you really inspired me in the brand that I got. We sat there having like a 1-2 minute conversation. That's all that mattered. That's all I needed. You know what I'm saying? And then just like other people, like there was just so many people there, and it was like they was having fun, but I was there. I was like, oh, I know what I'm here for.
You're working.
Like, yeah, I'm working, bro. Like, and so it's just about like I said, speaking up and just being able to like, you know, get your brand, your business out there. But then it's also about not being too pushy to where it's like, oh, they just trying to use me. Or they like, nah, trying to be genuine, or you know, that's why you like if people do inspire me, or people who are doing some shit that like that motivates me, I'll tell them, bro. I won't be scared. I won't be that person in the back like, damn, I really fuck with them, but I'm not gonna walk up like
too prideful kind.
Yeah, I'll go up there and be like, yo, bro, like I really fuck with your shit, bro. Like you inspire me, you do this, whatever it is.
Man, you might be helping them. They might have a day of, they might have a question, like they might be questioning themselves that day, and you walk up and say, "Man, you inspire me," and then the fact that you going to work like that lets you know. I know that you have a product that's winning, but I want to ask you your first trip to Paris. Did you like? How was that? Like, where was your mindset, knowing that you're going to Paris for for what you do?
For the fashion show.
Okay, so like, okay, I've been to Paris like a couple times, but this is the only time it was been for Paris Fashion Week.
Right.
And so knowing that like it was for what I do, like and what I love, it was like a lot of people go out there and they party and they like, you know,
Focused.
I was like, nah, I'm out here. I'm about to connect. I'm about to, first night there. Like I had bought this table, $2,500, but at that table was Stephon Diggs. At that table was like some of the biggest names. They was at our table, and that's why I bought it. I was like, you know what, like the event that we was at was so hot to where it's like some of these people had to go somewhere, and they entourage had to go somewhere. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna get the table. Fuck it. Like, it's an investment. But at the end of the day, like, boom, we got some of the biggest models that I want in my shit. We got some of the biggest people that I want, like, in my shit. Like, pause. In my brain.
No problems.
I'll be on that shit. But they was at the table. And so, like I don't know. It was just, it's all worth it. And being able to connect at these shows, being able to go to these showrooms. I hit like 15 showrooms and got to see brands that are developing already, like PDF, Rude.
Wow.
Like brands like that. I got to see them and how they work. And I do a lot of the store side of the business. Like the stores that we get into, I handle that. So like right now we're in like 25 stores, and so I handle like their orders and how to do that. So shout out Amir from 151. He was out there as well, and he kind of just like took me under his wing and took me to some showrooms and like had me connect with some people out there to where it's like next time in Paris Fashion Week, Boredom Kills can have a showroom, and store owners can come and buy from us rather than us going to showrooms and seeing all these pieces. So he put me in contact with the owner of the showroom. And so like now I have to come up with the best pitch of my life to like get him to get us on board. And like Amir was telling me, he was like, bro, he's like, you are direct to consumer. A lot of these brands, they cannot sell out like y'all sell out. Like we drop tomorrow. It's probably going to be like next week, but like we drop tomorrow, and like I had no doubt in my mind that we're gonna sell out.
Oh yeah,
That's dope.
And that feeling right there is like, yo, like he's like, yo, you have direct to consumer, you have all the athletes and celebrities in your shit. He's like, bro, you come up with the best pitch, the best line sheet, and you let this guy know what your product is and what your brand is, you're gonna get into that showroom. And he's like, next Paris Fashion Week is in June. Like, make that shit happen.
Wow.
I was all right, bet. Like,
Do it. You can.
work.
too.
Yeah,
Let's
all right,
do
let's
it.
go.
Nah, that's dope, man. I'm first and foremost, man, congratulations to you, bro, from where you started to where you are now. I think that shit is crazy. It shows a lot of growth. I really like how you mentioned just the networking, because that shit is very important. Even when I talk to these guys, Liv and
King
old man
Leonidas.
right here, and I'll say, hey, we got invited to this event. Like I took Leon before Liv came on board. We got invited to our first Phoenix Suns event. Jerry had posted something on his close friends, and I was like, yo, like we invited, like, cause he posted the flyer, the invitation, but it was his close friends only. So I'm like, Jerry Miles with
I know.
And I was like, well, shit, I didn't know I was part of your close friends. So I was like, we invited. He's like, yeah, bro, pull up, I add you to the list. I was like, sleep, bro, we gotta go, bro.
Right,
we
right.
go in there, we straight network and talking to everybody.
That was a good man.
And just
good
building
decision.
relationship.
Good vibe
Then
too, man.
saw Ryan, I had Ryan on the podcast, saw him at your event. He's like, yo, I want the person to invite you to our next Suns collab event. Oh, bet, I'm there. So it's like every time we go to these events, and like I had this conversation with Liv, like we go in there, like we just be working. Like I be moving, bro. Like I'll lead these two, and I'll just be, what's up, bro? How you doing? Just on some chill conversation shit. So that shit is key, man. You can't be too prideful, too cool, man, to put yourself out there. So
Absolutely, bro.
Man, you in a room with like-minded people, man. Everybody ain't gonna be on the same page, but you got a lot of stuff in common with these cats that are in this space. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to kind of maneuver, especially if this is what you like doing. You know what I'm saying? This cat go to work. I ain't gonna lie, he be going to work.
I mean,
She go to work.
it makes it easier too when you're like, you said it at the beginning of the podcast, when you're in a room of people that are doing it, that look like you, that walk like you, that talk like you.
Yep,
Like,
most
it's
definitely.
really inspiring to be in a room with like-minded individuals, but are also doing it maybe a little bit better or maybe in the way that you want to do it. So I think it's really important also to do your research, right? Because you said you did your background research before you went into it. So yeah, man, applause to you, dude. That's huge. I have a question because you're an online brand, right? So like people get your clothes online. And you're talking about a showroom. Are you looking to do like a store, like in the future? Like, would you have your own storefront?
Yeah, that's definitely the goal. The goal is to have your own storefront and, have enough pieces to fill out that store. I think right now, I think I want to end 2025 with like 100 stores, being in 100 stores.
Oh, that's crazy.
And then just being able.
Manifestation.
Yeah, and I got a homie who he's in no stores, but every time he drops, he does like 2.5, 3 million. And he's out there in Atlanta with me, and he kind of like my good homie. And so like he give me a lot of ideas, and he tell me a lot of shit that I could utilize for my business. But he sell out in like 5 minutes.
That's crazy.
So like he do two like
What's his name?
vertebrae, two fly.
Okay, because I know Chaz Anthony out there in Atlanta too, man. He got a flaw. I think it's I'll find it. Go ahead, my bad.
Yeah, no. It's so like when I seen that shit, like it's no flim flam shit with that too, because it's like I'm one of the people that go on the website and shit sell out before I can even click it. And so if shit selling out and I'm waiting, like everybody else is waiting, I'm like, and I can't even buy it. I'm like, yo, that's how I want my shit to be.
That shit crazy.
That's how Gymshark was when I was buying Gymshark. It was like you had to be at your computer to purchase it.
It's like the Stanley Cups, right? Running towards this shit. Like I even like with stores, I don't even like to mention that we're in stores to keep it inclusive online still. So that's why I don't post no stores that we're in. I don't do it on the business page or even the personal page. I used to, but then I realized I was like, if people know that they can get it in stores, they're not gonna buy online. So always keep it separate.
Yeah.
And like, I don't give a fuck. I'm in stores, but like, you're not gonna know.
Yeah,
like,
right,
you know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Like, that's just what it is.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Smart.
Wow.
Now,
That's amazing.
we gonna wrap this thing up, but the last thing though, I wanted to before we wrap this thing up, the event. You had your first launch event. Congratulations on that, man. That was dope.
Thank you.
You had
Thank you.
Kaylin for real come and perform.
Yes, sir.
That was a great time just to see all the close friends and family of yours. To show support. Just kind of give us just a summary of it, like what came to mind, and are we gonna see more of this?
Yeah. I had came back from Dubai, right? And like January 9th. And I was like, damn, I kind of want to do an event. I'm going to Arizona. Like, I kind of want to do an event. I was like, damn, you know what would be smart? We dropped February 7th. I was like doing the event before the drop. I was like, bro, we would go to Paris Fashion Week, kill it in Paris Fashion Week. We would go straight to Arizona, do the event, kill the event, and then boom, we drop, and then we kill the drop. I was like, bro, we got to do this. And then it got to, who gonna help you set up the event? And it's like, I was like, damn, I ain't never did an event before like this. And so I was like, I hit up Pat from Evolution. Yo, bro, can I use? Yeah, shout out Pat.
That's my dog right there.
Yeah, I was like, yo, bro, can I use the venue free of charge? He ain't even charging for that. I hit up Kaylin. I said, yo, bro, can you perform at my shit? Boom. He said free of charge. He even charged me for that. And then like I hit up Siptail, my boys. They ain't even charged me for that. So it's like it got to a point you create so many relationships that I was like, damn, bro, like they fuck with me like that, like you know what I'm saying, like. And with Kaylin, I felt bad for him coming all the way to Arizona just to perform at my shit. And so I was like, I hit up Pat. I said, yo, bro, like, how do you feel about booking Kaylin on Saturday?
Wow.
And so, because he's already coming to Arizona on Sunday. And so I went out my way to like kind of get Kaylin a booking.
Yep.
And then he got booked Saturday and Sunday, and then Sunday for my event. So 3 bookings in like 2 days. And I was just like, boom, he got paid off of that shit.
Yep.
Nice.
So it made me feel a lot better knowing that he's coming out and getting paid
Yep.
Right.
rather than coming out and just doing it for free.
Damn, you a real one, bro.
Yeah, and my girl gave me that idea. She was like, you should hit up the clubs and like see if he can get a book. And I was like, bro, you're smart as fuck.
Because they gonna pay. He's popping right now.
Yeah, and he's selling out, like he sold out I think Monarch, and there was hella fucking people there. And
I saw the line. We went. We thought the event was Saturday. Me and Lev pulled up.
Bro,
We didn't
this
think
is
we
our
didn't
due
think the damn.
diligence. If I could learn a
I
biggest
thought the
lesson
event-
when
I
Montae
thought the
gives
event
us
was Saturday.
events,
We pulled up,
he
and it was a
gave-
long ass line, bro. I was like,
Yeah, and I was like, damn, he got that bitch hot.
Yeah, that
bro,
shit was jumping.
I walked out from setting up Saturday because their shit was at Monarch Evolutions right on top.
yeah.
The first dude in line got boredom kills on. And I was like, yo, bro, I fuck with your jacket. He like, huh? I'm like, yeah, I like your jacket. He said, yeah, thanks, bro.
He don't even know who.
you don't know who he's talking to.
I said, fuck
He don't
you.
know. He don't- Hey, but that's why you don't be an asshole. You just be a nice guy.
Nice
no matter
I just
what.
walked
You just
away.
know what
I just walked away. I was
Yeah.
like,
He
all right.
don't even know who
That's
he's talking
crazy.
to.
And you know what the crazy thing is too, bro? And then the girl next to him, I heard the whispering. Da-da-da-da-da. That's him. Da-da-da-da. And then they both look at me, and then I was like, damn, that's crazy. I just wanted to say congratulations.
Yeah,
Like, you
bro.
know what I'm saying?
Nice
Like,
sweater, bro.
That's
Damn.
it, bro.
Or nice to meet you. Like,
Like,
hey, like,
what?
you never
Like,
know, bro.
yeah.
I hope he see this interview. He like,
I
damn.
do want to say Kalen for real. That's how you say it. He was really nice. Like
Yeah.
I went up to him and like networked a little because I'm an artist, and I was just like, hey, like I love your music and I appreciate you coming down here, and I just introduced myself a little bit because you never know like what networking.
So
does,
dope.
you
He's
know?
he's like genuine. Like we met like 5 years ago on some like Herc had did a song with him, and so we drove down to LA and they did a music video, and ever since then I kind of just connected with him. I'm like, bro, you know, okay, this is the last thing I say. We can get it over with. Like, you do shit for people and don't expect anything in
anything back.
return, and that will be the biggest payout that you could get. So, like, for instance, okay, for Kalen, like, bro, I don't expect nothing in return when I send him gear. I don't like, bro, I had put him on with, he had called me one day and we were talking for like 30, 45 minutes, and he was asking me about like business and certain things like that. And I was like, yo, bro, like, I got a dude who clean your credit, boom, get you right. I got a dude who get you business funding for whatever you want to do, he gets you right. And I put him in contact with both the dudes. He worked with both the dudes. And I know it swept his credit. Boom, went up like 150 points. And then also the dude got in business funding. And it's just like, I didn't want anything in return. Just being able to help somebody, that shit go a long way. And they be like, you know what, like that's just what it's about, bro. Like, some people always want middleman shit. They always want to get paid for some shit. It's like,
Well, hey, we talk about that all the time, man. Like when I tell people, man, anything you see on my platform that I can help you with, holler at me. Like, let's talk. Like, because I meet a lot. Like, now that I'm in this world, I meet a lot of people that's doing what we do in their own form. So I'm like, yo, if I can help you, holler at your boy. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't all about getting paid, because you're going to get paid in different ways. You know what I'm saying?
The money's always gonna come, especially when you have value and people see that. But I think like when you start from the ground, sometimes you need to offer things for free. Sometimes you have to get your name out there. Like, you know, you were even saying, I'm gonna bless you with this, I'm gonna bless you with that, because you know, when you don't ask for things in return, that's when the real value comes.
And the growth, and there's growth in it. If let's say you did one thing and you got $1 million. Okay, like, you know what I'm saying? It's growth and building up and helping, and it's getting you the knowledge, is giving you the, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? So
Definitely
that's,
gonna get there. No, we appreciate. We got to get Kaylin. I know she was reaching out to his management.
I went up to him with my sip tail. That's how I first sparked up the conversation. He was like, "Oh, I don't drink." I was like, "Okay," but I like your music. I'm an artist. If you ever need any collabs, and then he hit me up with his manager, and his manager was like, "Oh," when we were DMing, he was like, "I think I met you before," and I was like, "Oh, well, I'm an influencer, and maybe maybe you heard my music or something like that." You know, just like small little talk. You know, because I don't know. I want to network. I want to be in that world. You know, and I feel like if you don't speak about it, it's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I like what you said about that. Like, if you're not going out of your way to talk, like, people aren't gonna know about it.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, it's all about networking. So, Caleb, we
Yeah.
got to get you on the podcast, bro.
Yes,
You gotta fly
yes,
to
please
Cali.
come.
Yeah. Make that shit happen.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this thing up, man. Your following. How can people follow you?
At BIGFAADS on Instagram. Big Faads.
At the real Liv B, you know.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You gotta look up your name, bro.
No, I wasn't. Oh, why don't you mind your business?
It's your turn.
Okay, I mean, chill out though. Lion Luxury Limos, man. Appreciate y'all.
Nah, beat
Golly, Black Lion Security. King Leonidas.
He gonna have three little tabs.
King Leonidas.
Man, whatever, man. Hey, guys, make sure you follow the podcast, QMO Podcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
QMO,
Stay tuned for the
ho.
next episode.
QMO.